rock him. And all night long, I just held him in my arms and looked at him. And I just, thinking about him, I was just so overwhelmed at this life that God had entrusted me to. And just, I couldn't sleep all night long. The nurses really thought that was cute. You know? And then just seeing this person grow and doing my best to lead him as he's grown into the man that he's become, that I'm so proud of. And just in the past few years, especially seeing him grow, and just with so many people in this room and the life that we've shared together, but a few people that are really special here that I did want to say. I've told this story to a few people a few times, but when we went to Peru, we did mission work for a year, and when we came back, we were living in Georgia at the time, and a friend of ours gave us some Theology of the Body for Teens DVDs. Okay? And we were like thinking, okay, how are we going to teach this to our kids? What are we? So they gave us, and as you all know, this was hosted by Brian Butler. And that was kind of, I had never really met Brian before. I'd heard of him. So here we are, Brian was teaching our kids even before we got to meet. He was teaching our kids Theology of the Body. And we even had like the neighborhood kids, the teenagers. We were like having a whole little TLB for Teens class in our living room in Georgia, right? So
that's a little crazy.
Yeah. But I remember we had that, and then after we moved back to Slidell, I remember the first time I got to meet Brian, he had just, we didn't know each other, but I would say it wasn't random, it was just, but he had a car, he offered to give a car and gave it to Joey. We actually went and he just donated Joey his first car, right? Okay.
So we named Toby.
We did, and actually,
TLB.
I hope this isn't irreverent, but because of the connection with TLB, I actually named it Toby, and we had a little statue of John Paul the Great like this that I put on the dashboard like that, so we called it Toby. So, but and then it wasn't that much longer after that Joey and Timmy actually got to go on their first Echo, so they got to meet the Dunlocks community, really get immersed into this culture and this, just everything, this ocean, of depth that, I really see that John Paul II just gave us, that changed our life and has really just changed so many. We can talk about this all night, but, I remember that was that summer, they got to go to Echo, and I didn't know Taylor yet, but I know that when the year that Joey went to basic training, and then our whole family got to go to Echo, and we got to meet everybody, there was this one specific person that I met that I just was really just, I couldn't explain this, and I had to tell Faith, I was like, I really don't understand this. And then I said, maybe I go back a little bit further. When I met Faith, I knew that she was the one. That for me, my soul recognized her as my soulmate, and I knew, and nobody could tell me. People thought I was crazy, and we're still here today, and I think that it was just a gift that God gave me. I just knew that she was the person I was created to be her spouse. And then I didn't know why, but there was this beautiful young lady, and we ended up being on the prayer team together on this retreat. And I'm telling you, it was weird. When we would be eating, I would see her kind of walk by, and she has this beautiful complexion. She has this long, dark hair. And at first, sometimes I thought she reminded me of Gemma, my daughter. And I would think it was Gemma. Then when I see it wasn't Gemma, I'd be like, oh wow, she's so beautiful. I bet that's what Gemma's gonna look like when she's older. But it was just this one thing, and I was telling Faith, I was like, I don't know, it's really weird. I feel like there's just something about this girl Taylor that I'm on the prayer team with, and it's like every time I see her, it's just beautiful. It's almost like I have a crush on her, but it's like, it's weird. I really wish she would be my daughter-in-law or something. It's like a father-in-law crush. Like I just think.
Okay, cheers to Joey and Taylor.
But no, honestly, I had this whole thing, and I was just like, and I kept just praying for Joey while he was gone. He was at basic training. He wasn't with us, and I was actually just praying, like, wow, this is really. If there was somebody I wish my son could marry and spend the rest of his life with, I just kept saying this, like, I really don't know her that well, but like, wow, Lord, I don't know what this is all about. And then look at what has happened just in the past year, and seeing Taylor and Joey, having met, years ago on their first Echo, and just seeing their relationship just grow and how God has blessed them and brought them together. So I have to say, I was right. I saw her. I was right once. I was right a second time. So, and the other thing, just going back to Brian, I want to thank you because not only you gave our son his first car, you also brought him to his first wife or his only wife. I mean, so yeah, thank you for.
No, you're doing great.
You're doing great.
But anyway, I couldn't be happier right now just being here with the two of you and just Taylor, just the gift you've been to us and to me and to our whole family just joining us. I mean, I really just see that you just fit in so well as a Thibodeau. We're just so happy that you're joining us, and I'm thrilled that you're taking our name and just our family is just growing, and I couldn't be happier. But I'm so proud of you both, Joey and Taylor, and I'm so happy that this day is finally coming. I look forward to many, many years and eventually, God willing, being promoted to Papa. So, yeah. But anyway, to Joey and Taylor.
Joey and Taylor, cheers.
And if anybody else would like to, if you would like to, pass on to you.
Okay, I'm not.